What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of What Are They Cooking, the series where we showcase the craziest Edison Format ideas that you, the audience, have come up with. As always, if you're a member of the audience, you got a cool replay you want to share, you can go to the Discord link in the description and post it over there in the Edison Format Replays channel. Starting off today, we have some kind of cyber Eltanin light machine pile with Ryko stuff. Very cool, very based. I already love it. We're playing Morphtronic Scopin. Shout out to Ryan-Eyed, by the way. So we're going to choose to set the Scopin behind the Torrential, figuring we're going second into a set monster deck. Probably not going to be able to resolve this Ryko, so better to bait out the Torrential, set up our Eltanin. Makes perfect sense. Very good stuff. We're going to set the Ryko. Opponent's going to swing in with the Card Trooper, but we get to take out the Torrential Tribute for free, so no Torrential for you, opponent. We draw, and here we're getting kind of aggressive, dropping the Eltanin straight away just to clear that Card Trooper, which will not go off since Eltanin sends to graveyard. Pretty crazy form of removal, actually, Eltanin is. We're going to drop Fortress. We're going to get in. This would get pretty hard punished by Gores, I guess. But I think with our set return from the different dimension, we actually have enough to go for a game. So it kind of makes sense just to go for it here and say, you know, if you have the one-off Gores, I guess you have the one-off Gores, but I'm going for game, and it's going to work out for us. We're going to take the W there in game number 1. Moving on to game number 2. Opponent opens up with the Charged Light Brigade. They're going to mill the Gardna, search the Ryko. So pretty decent mill for them there. Not going to Gardna yet. They're just going to Ryko trade with the Lila. That's fine. We're setting Ryko. This time they Ryko our back row. Caius our monster. Classic for Edison Format. Now we're going to search out Dark Refer. Get really aggressive here. We do have Tragodia here to try and cope. We could maybe pitch the Caius to steal their Caius, or we could Caius them. They do have that Necro Garden in the graveyard, though, so this isn't as great as you maybe think. So they're going to stop our attack. Main phase 2, we do opt to Caius their Vayu monster because they have another Vayu in the graveyard, and we want to make sure it gets removed from play. They draw into an Armageddon Knight here. They could send another Sirocco, but they opt to send Plague Spreader instead, since the Armed Wing is not enough to answer the Caius, obviously. We're going to have to Karma Cut here to protect our guy. That's going to work out. We go summon out Gear Frame. We're going to swing over both of the opponent's monsters. Looking pretty good for us here. Opponent summons out Cyber Dragon, attacks. Not going for Fortress, not going for Black Rose Dragon. Just attack over the Gear Frame. Set the Book of Moon and pass. Here they have to book, and they can try to hit over. They're going to go for Black Rose, and we just barely do not have enough life points to use this My Body as a shield, which is super unfortunate because the opponent's now going to drop the Chaos Sorcerer and just attack directly for a game. That sucked for us. That was so sad. It looked like we were going to be able to pull that one back and win it, but just a little bit short on the My Body as a Shield life points cost there, and unfortunately it's going to cost us. So it looks like we're on Gravekeepers in here as well, so we're going to Descendant, pop the Torrential Tribute again. No Torrential for you, opponent. We're going to get in for some 2k damage here. They do have a set Storm, but they don't have very much gas at all. They're going to send the Vayu. Okay, they can set up. I'm actually pretty perplexed as to why you didn't Storm here. If this is anything, it just like messes up your DDV play, and it is trap stun, so your DDV is going to get trap stun. You basically lose at that point. Like, yeah, I don't know. We needed that deck dev to go off for the opponent there, if you're the opponent there, and it doesn't. We go for Ancient Sacred Wyvern with the Scopin, which is going to allow us to go for game this turn, because we hit over for 11. They go down to 49. Then the difference between our life is 31, so this thing goes up to 52. So Ancient Sacred Wyvern, the Scopin into Ancient Sacred Wyvern, going to enable a funny little game shot there at the end. Very neat. So that was our Eltanin, good stuff deck. Very nice. Next up, we have a Macro Show replay, which, if you're familiar at all with this segment, you always know these are hype. So Macro Show is playing a deck that he refers to as Eccentric Boy Turbo. Now, I'm a big lover of Eccentric Boy as well, so hopefully we're going to get to see some spicy stuff happen. Here it is. It's the card he searches off of Sangan. So what Eccentric Boy does is he allows you to Synchro Summon with a monster in your hand. Now, unfortunately, he is pretty neutered. Like, the Synchro monster just is negated, and it's banished when it leaves the field. I don't know why they needed to put all these qualifications on Eccentric Boy. I feel like maybe just one of those, maybe you could see it, but yeah, it's got like multiple freaking restrictions on this guy. That being said, the card is still neat and can do some vaguely cool stuff. We're going to see we search out a Necroshade off the Stratos, so I guess the plan is we send Necroshade with Eccentric Boy, and we make a level 8 Synchro. And then, since the level 8 Synchro is probably like just a Red Dragon Archfiend because it's negated and that's the biggest one, you can then play Escape from the Dark Dimension in your deck to get it back when it's banished because it leaves the field. We're going to flip up the Tragodia here. No priority. That eats a bottomless. We're not a great spot here staring down a Black Whirlwind, but two of our opponent's back row are just a Dark Bribe. So actually we are in a great spot because this card is so bad, man. Oh my god. All right. We're going to summon out Eccentric Boy, do the play with the Necroshade, make a level 8. It's going to be going into Thought Ruler. Okay. I mean, I guess the thought is if you bring it back, it gets its effect. So, not going to go for the Red Dragon then. Yeah, there's a number of dark synchros you can make with this, actually. So you can go Red Dragon, you can go Thought Ruler, you can go Colossal Fighter even. And then when you bring it back off Escape, it does get its effects. And the thing that sucks is Colossal Fighter wouldn't care about having its effects negated, but then it gets banished when it leaves the field. Curse you, Eccentric Boy. Why must you be so restricted like this? So we get bribed here. But we're going to drop the Gores. And we draw into a Thunder Dragon. Thunder Dragon obviously going to be a key part of any Eccentric Boy deck because it's just like a +1 level 5 monster in your hand. We're going to DDR back the Trag. The opponent actually lets this go through, not realizing that we're just going to pitch Mally, steal their guy, but they resolve a massive Torrential Tribute for 5. We stack for Plague, banish the Mally. Okay. Synchro Summon. Make a Colossal Fighter. The Colossal is at 29, 30, 31, 32. 32. Okay. So 400 more. No, wait. Is it only at 31? Hold on. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3. 3 warriors in our grave. No, it's at 32. Someone did math wrong in this game. I'm pretty sure. So here we're going to bring out Samorg. Samorg, of course, benefits from the fact that Eccentric Boy is a wind monster, and you play a ton of darks, so I guess you can drop this thing in here as well. And this is enough to go for a game. The back row are just Icarus Attack, Dark Bribe, Starlight Road. This Blackwing player is playing multiple Dark Bribes and Starlight Road, and then it's like a real mystery why they have multiple back row set, and none of them stop our play from doing anything. Man, what are all these set back row that don't do anything? It's friggin' Dark Bribes and Starlight Roads. So they're going to Typhoon our back row, summon out a Fossil Dyna. Fossil Dyna may be alright against us, although I think we do play... we definitely got the Stratos to try and run it over. I don't know. Fossil Dyna is probably pretty good, right? It doesn't seem like we play a whole lot of things that run it over. I guess we play a couple. And we got all kinds of like DDR and stuff in here. And Dark Samorg. And it is looking like we are getting messed up here by the Fossil Dyna. Not a whole lot we can do. We're going to add 2 Thunder Dragons. And we're going to use Necroshade to normal summon Necroshade. I mean, I guess that works. Opponent pops their own card. They draw Blizzard. That's going to be enough to kill us. So moving on to game number 3. Let's see what we get. Righteous Justice? Bro, you're playing Righteous Justice in here? I mean, I guess. Alright, we're going to make a Red Dragon. Set Decree. Opponent opens 5 trap cards, and they're about to get end phase Decreed and just, like, scoop it up. Oh, man, you opened 5 trap cards. And alright, now, how does it feel to be the one getting floodgated, my guy? Do you enjoy a little taste of your own medicine? We're going to pop everything with Dad just because we can, Attack for lots. And I don't know, they better draw one heck of a good card. They just draw another trap. Their deck is all trap cards, man, and we... Alright, very nice one. Very nice one, Macro Show. Decree absolutely solos. Absolutely bodied. Next replay we've got, this is Dark Factory of Mass Production, Normal Monster, Immortal Bushi. Alright, let's see what it does, I guess. We're going to summon out Armageddon Knight, send Immortal Bushi, attack directly. The opponent just passed. They hard passed, and we just hit straight into the gore, so we're like, we don't believe you. You don't have it. They're going to crash. That's okay. We draw. We find a Neos Alias, and we're going to Synchro with Toon Warrior to try to make Goyo, but that gets answered by the bottomless trap hole. Now we're going to deprison the Gores. We draw, bring back the Immortal Bushi. E-Call. E-Call gets Stratos. Stratos grabs, I don't know, whatever we want. That's going to eat a Torrential, but it's not so bad. Stratos just replaces itself. Bushi will come back next turn. And the opponent continuing to do nothing. I don't know why they don't just like Whirlwind summon a Kalut, but they don't want to. They don't want to do. They're just, no, they refuse. They're just going to let the opponent keep smacking them directly with Alias until they draw a Shura. There, we have Shura. It gets bottomless. All right, congratulations. You have now lost the duel. All right, truly Blackwing players are not sending their best today. Let's see what's going on. Did they opened Gores again and just full pass? Bro, you can't do this. There's no way we fall for it twice, though, right? There's no way. Oh, wait, we actually just don't care. We have battle traps again. So we do hit straight into it, but it's kind of no big deal. They Typhoon our back row. Okay, it is kind of a big deal. We're taking a ton of damage here, but we're not dead. We have multiple battle traps. We can E-Call, go for Stratos or something, or bring back Bushi. Okay, E-Call, Stratos. We are going to be hitting straight into a Colute here. No, they don't Colute us. Okay, we're going to set 3. Just hope they don't have Storm. They could Black Roses here. They're not smart enough to Black Roses here, though, so they're going to hit into a Mirror Force. Let's see. We go summon Toon Warrior. Now we're going to Black Rose them. Okay. Chain Hero Blast. That grabs back the Alias. Now there's a lot of things we're dead to here with that Colute in hand, but they draw a Raikou of all things. Okay. Interesting. Raikou's going to take out our Alias. Now we got another Alias set. The Gemini Spark protecting it now. We feel pretty solid here. Probably just going to want to Gem Spark their monster, get a draw. We draw Dark Factory of Mass Production, which we have yet to activate in this duel. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know. It can add back the aliases, right? I guess that's neat. End phase Dust Tornado hits our Dust Tornado. Opponent's going to banish the Vayu, go for the Armed Wing, run over our guy. So we're not out of the woods yet here. Dark Factory. Okay, here it goes. Add back 2 alias. Not a lot of plays, though. Let's see. They don't attack? Why don't they attack? Okay, now they attack. We're taking some damage. Let's see. What do we find? Another Dark Factory. Well, that adds back some aliases, I guess, but I feel like we're just going to get deprisoned here, and that basically costs us the game. We Judgment? They don't Judgment back? Okay, whatever. We're dead. That was one of the silliest game number 2s I've ever seen. Let's see what happens in game number 3 here. We open multiple Solidarities, which is pretty strong. If you can just have all your monsters be bigger than the Blackwings, that's definitely nice. Opponent's going to drop the Shura, drop the Cyber Dragon, start hitting. Smack over the Bushi. They Shura Search. Get Vayu, run over all our stuff. Okay, we bring back 1 Bushi, activate Rhoda. Rhoda get Alias because we have that Gem Spark live in our hand, very much telegraphing that. They do bottomless it anyway, so we get a nice sick +1 there. Activate 2 Solidarities. Our Bushi is large, gain 1600. We just Smashing Ground, but Smashing Ground on Immortal Bushi is kind of like... I don't know why they did that, actually. They could just Icarus these Solidarities on our turn and like hold on to your Smashing Ground. Well, that is what they're going to do. Icarus takes out the Solidarities. So main phase 2, what are we going to do? Make a Synchro monster here. Go for Goyo. Set 2 pass. Opponent setting Mirror Force. We activate Dark Factory. I mean, we're getting our value out of Dark Factory, I got to say. Because we got another Gem Spark for this Alias. We are going to hit a Mirror Force. We can chain Gem Spark, take out the monster, draw into a Heavy Storm. Opponent draws another Icarus attack. We're going to revive the Bushi. Make another Synchro. Go for Gaia Force. Alright, Dark Factory again. I mean, we're getting mad pluses. We are getting mad pluses off the Dark Factory. It's just vanillas, but hey, I mean, there's something. Icarus going to be chained to the bottom. Let's take out the Deep Prison here. Pretty good, actually, because they got the follow-up Vayu play. Hit in for 25, and now we're in a position of needing to out this. We make another Gaia. We're playing 2 Gaia Force in our extra, bro. I've never seen a Solidarity list this committed to just all Warrior. Only Warrior. Okay, Toon Warrior going to hit it. This is just game, right? Yeah, okay. Way over game. That was something. And we will be closing out the video with an alternative retro format, as we often do. This time, we're looking at hat format. We got a matchup between Frog Exceed and Dragon Rulers. So this deck is super cool. I really love these, like, 2013, 2014-ish Frog decks. I think they're super, super neat. So we're playing Inferno, Reckless Summon, and, like, Damage Condense. You basically just, like, spam out a bunch of frogs and make Exceeds. That's basically what's going on here. So it's like a neat combo strategy. Opponent, of course, speaking of neat combo strategy, they are playing the Dragon deck, which is very strong. One of the best decks, if not maybe even the best deck of hat format. So they're doing the Mythic Dragons, going to make that Felgrand. Felgrand, very powerful card, of course, at this time period. We're going to go summon Swap. let's see. So at this point, we could Inferno Reckless, but they just max seed us, so we're probably going to want to stop. Yeah, around a hat format, max C was starting to get pretty questionable, honestly. I think, I don't know exactly when, this card might have been suspect from the very beginning, but I feel like in 2011 it was like vaguely fair-ish, maybe. At least in certain like slower formats around 2011, 2012, it felt like that. But yeah, obviously at this point, having to just end your turn in 2014 is pretty bad. We are now going to be able to go for the play this turn, though. We revived the Ronin, and because we revived the Ronin, we can now use Inferno Reckless Summon, and since Ronin Totem and also this guy are treated as Death Frog, this means we can summon a bunch of Death Frogs off Inferno Reckless. So that's like the basic big play of the deck. We summon a bunch of Death Frogs, and now we can overlay, make some rank 5 exceeds here if we so choose. So the opponent's going to resolve the Curry Bandit. They're going to add a Dragon Shrine. Now we're going to go make what is... I don't think I've seen this exceed before. Okay. Quick effect, attach, double it. I mean, hey, 4,800 attack is pretty good. That's one way to clear Felgrand. Or I guess it doesn't actually, because he just negates... I forgot. Felgrand's both a negate and like a protection. The card was actually like pretty strong at the time. We're going for Sea Lancer. Holy base. I love this card. So Sea Lancer is going to let us equip a bunch of banished frogs to it. And now we're going to overlay. That's going to reset our graveyard. We go to Volcasaurus. Volcasaurus can Ring of Destruction the opponent's monster. However, Volcasaurus can't attack the turn it uses that effect. But still, we're going to do some pretty big damage here. And not being able to attack restriction actually doesn't matter because you just go over it with Gaia Dragon. I forgot about that. And then we're going to make Daigusto Phoenix. And this is just enough to go for game, right? I mean, even if we couldn't make our guy attack twice, which we can. So pretty cool OTK line there with the Death Frog Inferno Reckless combo there. Going absolutely we're playing Death Croaking. Oh my god, we are playing the Death Croaking. It makes sense, right? You got 3 Death Frogs, and you got a bunch of other cards that are also called Death Frog, and destroy all cards your opponent controls is pretty good, especially when their deck has this obnoxious card that is at 3 for some reason, and completely shuts down a lot of decks. Man, Dragon Rulers is pretty crazy. They just get to play this. They're just playing like a full... super powerful wombo combo strategy, and they also get to play Skill Drain. It's absolutely wild. We're going to damage Condenser here. That's going to let us go into Death Frog, or Dupe Frog, which is also Death Frog, let's be clear. Okay, so we draw into Dark Hole. That's interesting. I feel like most decks do not main deck the Dark Hole at this time. I mean, maybe some do. I don't know, it's kind of like sometimes you do. It's not like at the point in Yu-Gi-Oh! History where if Dark Hole is legal, you're definitely playing it. But we are playing it, and we're getting smacked with some hands, and also a blaster. We're going to go summon out Swap Frog. I'm going to be met with the Skill Drain. We do have the Typhoon to out it. Very good. So not going to have to worry about obnoxious floodgates here. However, speaking of obnoxious floodgates, Maxi, basically a lingering floodgate that you can't out, and it causes us to just have to end our turn. But we got trap cards, so we're good here. Burial from the Different Dimension, absolutely crazy in Dragons at the time. You just put back all the graveyard resources. We're going to go Breakthrough Skill Chain Needle Sealing? Does this makes the hand miss timing, I guess? Is that why we did it? I assume. I assume that's what's going on. We did it to make the hand miss timing. The opponent, though, still can go off with some Dragon Rulers, swing in. They actually just had game anyway. They just summoned 2 Dragon Rulers, attack for game. All right. Tough one for Straight Outta Compton there. We're going to go summon, swap, send Ronin, pass. All right, we got pretty good setup here. We have Inferno Reckless. We have Death Croaking. We can absolutely go crazy here. I think this is probably enough to go for game, right? Nope. We don't go for it yet. Is there a reason we didn't just go for it there with the Inferno Reckless? Okay, we summon Sea Lancer. That's going to get the dupe. And then when the dupe goes to gray... Could we not do it? Oh, did the opponent maybe not control a monster or something? I think? Yeah, the opponent has to control a monster to activate. Maybe they didn't have one or something. I don't know. I'd have to look back. I actually don't recall. But we're going to run over. We can protect the Sea Lancer. We can protect the Sea Lancer with the Dupe Frog. The Dupe Frog gets the search. We get another swap. Okay. Special swap. Send. Put back the Sea Lancer for next turn. Very nice. Oh, bring back the Ronin overlay for Gotchi. Okay. So we got some defense. We got Maxi and Crow as well. We just gotta hold out this turn and then go for our Inferno Reckless play next turn, I guess. Opponent gonna be able to do the Mythic Dragon line, though. Make that Felgrand again. That eats a bottomless, but it protects itself. And they're gonna swing. However, the Gotchi is gonna hold strong here. Detach 2 materials. It's still alive. And now we go for the Inferno Reckless play. We bring out 3 Des Frogs. Okay, Des Croaking. Des Croaking's going to take out the whole board, man. Oh, my God. They can protect with Felgrand, at least, so it doesn't take out everything. But now we're going to go into Abyss Splash again. Double its attack points to 48. Bring back another Ronin Totem. Tribute Summon Sea Lancer. We're going to equip 2 frogs, 3 frogs from the banished pile. And the opponent's just going to scoop it up because obviously we overlay into some more stuff here. Make another rank 5, make another Daigusto Phoenix. Attack for game. So that's the hype frog OTK deck of Hat 4. Very cool. Very cool. I definitely love this frog deck. Mythic Rulers is a pretty cool one too. If it weren't for Skill Drain, I would think Mythic Rulers is a really, really awesome deck, but Skill Drain is so annoying, man. Alright, well, as always, we're going to end the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'll see you next time.